Hey L-Gauge fans, this is Joe with another video. And today I want to talk about some of the books that I have that I refer to and use when I got into trains and that I get into trains now. There's a lot of books and literature out there, but I like these ones. I constantly refer to a lot of them, okay? First one here, we got Your First O-Gauge Layout. This book was put out by Classic Toy Trains by Mike Ashley. You know, not a bad book, kind of thin. This is all working with MTH trains, working with their track. A lot of pictures, a lot of in-depth stuff. This gets into everything from the basics to you know, putting track together, different types of track. But it does concentrate on MTH stuff. This is everything from bench work to scenery and everything like that. Real good. Just going over the basics. Nothing, no DCS in here. This is conventional. This is really good if you're running conventional and you're, you know, using MTH products. This is a pretty good book to have. And this is everything, like I said, everything from bench work to scenery to running the trains and wiring and everything. Pretty good book. Another pretty good book is the Lionel Fast Track book. This has been pretty popular since Fast Track came out. And this is pretty much everything you want to know about Fast Track. I mean, it's all in here, man. This is everything. This is a pretty good book. I really do. I got a lot out of this book. I really did. The only trouble, and I can't confirm any of this, but the only trouble that I've heard about this is some of the layout plans in here using the Fast Track. They don't really, like, if you actually follow their track plan, it's not 100% accurate. I don't know about that. That's just something I've heard. But this has been a pretty popular book since Fast Track came out. Pretty thick book. A lot of pictures. Lots and lots of pictures. Pretty good book. This one here, Getting Started with Lionel Trains. This is another pretty good book. I got this quite a while ago. This is pretty much everything about Lionel trains, running them, operating them. A lot of pictures, a lot of you know, pretty useful information. I don't know if this is still available. I think you can still get it. I think I picked this up at a show one time. But this is a pretty good book, and this does get into command control operation and things like that. And you know, when I first started. When I wanted to learn more about wiring and basic operations and stuff like this, this was a pretty good book. A lot of pictures in this book too. Big Book of Lionel Trains. I picked this up at a bookstore. Got it really, really cheap. I think it's like a $30 book, and man, I think I paid like 10 or 12 bucks for it. It was on sale, but this is really good. This gives a lot of stuff about you know, Lionel trains and building scenery and things like that. A very thick book, you know, very thick. It's a soft cover. I believe it might have came in hardcover too, but this is actually written by the same guy that wrote the Lionel Fast Track book, Robert Schelker, I think it's pronounced. But this is a pretty good book, a little bit more in depth, but very, very, very good book. I'll get back to this one in a minute. This was another book I picked up at a bookstore, really cheap. And it was one of those deals where you walk into the bookstore and you know, they have all the bargain books like spread out in front. This one popped right out at me, jumped right in my hands. And but this isn't a technical book. This is more of just the history of of Lionel and all the different things. It is a really good book. I mean, they don't get into the you know, a lot of how-to stuff. But I mean, everything up to, you know, when they introduced Fast Track, and you know, there's the Polar Express there. But you know, the legacy stuff is in here. But this is more like almost like a history book. Very, very good book. All about the accessories that gets into the different trains. Not as in-depth as like a technical guide of everything they put out, you know what I mean? But just really, again, written by the same guy that wrote the other two books. You know, this guy Okay, I didn't realize that until now, but written by the same guy that wrote the Big Book of Lionel Trains and the Fast Track book. So obviously this guy loves Lionel Trains like we do. This book here, this book came out, I believe it was right before the holidays, and it's called Inside the Lionel Fun Factory. This I thought was going to be like a really, it's a thick hardcover book. I thought this was going to be a really interesting book to have all about Lionel and their history and everything. And it is, except this book is more of the business end of Lionel. I mean, if you're looking for a book all about the different trains and the different sets they put out over the years, this is not the book. This book is more of the history of Lionel Trains and a lot of the business end. Okay, really very interesting, but a lot of text, a lot of, you know, if you're looking for photos of all the different trains they put out, you know, post-war, pre-war, and all that stuff, this is not the book. But if you really want to know about the history of Lionel Trains, this is the book. I got this for Christmas. My wife and my son got me this. And, you know, it wasn't what I thought it was, but I do really like it. Again, it's not so much like these books here where it's all pictures of all the different things they put out. This is more the business end of Lionel. This book here, I just picked this up a couple of weeks ago. This was put out by Classic Toy Trains. This is actually the second edition. Command Control for Toy Trains. If you're going to run Command Control, whether it's, you know, the Trainmaster Command Control, the Legacy, or MTH's DCS, this is almost essential. This is a really good in-depth guide of everything from running DCS, running Command Control, how to operate it. It's a more in-depth book than, say, the manuals that come, and it's in real easy to understand English. Okay, really easy. I picked this up. I was walking through my hobby shop. I had like a rack of like books and pamphlets and stuff, and I saw this, and I was like, wow. I said, really, I really got to grab this, you know, and I'm glad I did, because it's also broken up into like the first part is all about Lionel's Command Control and Legacy system, and the second part is all about MTH's DCS. This is the second edition. Obviously there was a first, but this is written by Neil Bisogloff and Carl Swanson, the two, you know, former editor of Classic Toy Trains magazine. I mean, these guys know what they're talking about. But this was it's a huge. I mean, I don't even have the DCS system yet, and I'm really learning a lot about it. You know what I mean? I don't have it yet, but I'm really. The one thing that's not in here is the DCS Commander that I'm running my DCS with. That's not in here, but everything else is. And this is, if you're going to run Command Control, and I don't know, maybe you're new to it, or if you don't have somebody to help you out with it, or things like that, this is really, really good. You know, a lot of this stuff you can find on the internet too, but it's always good to have a book. And, you know, for, you know, the price, you know, it's about $15. It's really a good guide. And the last thing I want to talk about real quick is, you know, save all your manuals, man, because I can't tell you how many times I've bought a product, or I've bought an operating accessory, and I've misplaced my my manual, and it's a real pain in the neck. So I'm in the process of actually getting all my manuals together and trying to file them or put them in a box or something like that, because, you know, the manuals always help. But anyway, if you're looking for books to help you out on running Lionel Trains and stuff like that, or DCS or stuff like that, there's a lot of stuff out there. But I kind of think that you know, some of these are, you know, some of the better ones. This was a big help learning about when I was deciding about track systems. This is a pretty good book. It tells you a lot about, like I said, a lot about the MTH stuff. This is all MTH stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I just wanted to do a quick video and let you know about some of the literature that I use. And of course, Classic Toy Trains magazine. You always want to get Classic Toy Trains magazine. Always a lot of good information in there. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.